are living in extraordinary times when it comes to threats to personal freedom. The founders spoke mostly about freedom of conscience, and you could argue that the whole First Amendment rests upon freedom of conscience, and yet today it's under attack from almost every quarter. Do you see it that way?
Certainly do. My background before I got to Congress was in constitutional law. I worked for the Alliance Defending Freedom, and we defended religious freedom and the right of conscience in courts all around the country. And we've seen an increasing assault on that most fundamental freedom that we have. We call religious liberty our first freedom for a reason, of course, because it's listed first. And that's because the founders understood your right to believe and to act upon that belief is essential to who you are as an American, but even more fundamental than that, who you are as a human being. And so it's critically important to protect it, and yet we've seen this increasing assault over the last several decades, really. It's been growing.
You can see both sides of this. You've fought at the grassroots level and to the judicial process in defense of freedom. You're now sitting in Congress and are looking at the adoption of laws and agencies that oversee many aspects of our freedom are now subject to an unelected bureaucracy, the FCC, the Federal Election Commission, and so on. What, when we look objectively at members of Congress these days, it seems to me we see some great people, some really quality people, but many, even some who name the name of Christ, don't seem to possess a solid biblical world and life view. They don't seem to have a firm grasp, let alone mastery of the Constitution. They don't really even, I think in some cases, understand the political philosophy of the opponents that they face.
Exactly.
So I say all that to ask you this question. What kind of preparation should someone be seeking to undertake if they want to seek elected office and serve in the public policy arena?
That is an excellent question, and I think it's critical for us to be asking it and answering it right now. I think you hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of good people in public office. There's some who get elected under a certain party label and aren't even sure really what that party's platform stands for, much less having a core and settled philosophy of government themselves. So it's easy to change someone. You see people who have wildly inconsistent voting records, and you say, how could that be? It's because they're influenced by whoever the loudest voice is on whatever issue there is. Exactly, because they don't have a true core philosophy that they're trying to defend and advance. You have people, even who are being elected to high office, who don't even understand the basic mechanics and the philosophy of our government. What is a constitutional republic? Why is this so important? Why has it been the most successful form of government on the planet? And by the way, it's still an experiment. We're only 240 years into this, right? We have to be able to articulate the reason for the hope that we have.
You didn't run for Congress, I'm guessing, because you thought there was no hope for America. Give us some hope. What's one thing that people might, if they understood better, might give them hope for what we see in the restoration of Republican, small r Republican form of government?
Well, people ask me all the time, what's the most surprising thing about being elected to Congress? And I would say that the most pleasant surprise has been some of the colleagues that are serving in the Congress. There's a growing number of true people who I would describe as constitutional conservatives and also committed Christians, believers who understand the importance of the spiritual aspect of what we're doing and why God has blessed our nation as He has. And to me, that's an encouraging thing. I think we are trending in the right direction. And you can make the argument for economic purposes or for foreign policy and all the rest. But spiritually, I think, even though it seems dark and the darkness seems to be encroaching, it's a great time for the church to be the church. And when we're encouraged to do that, we can make a lasting effect here and in eternity. And we see the results when we do, and that's what keeps us going.
Good. Well, thank you for your service to our nation.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely.